Man, this place is filthy. There's just stuff all over the floors. Do any of you clean up? I'll go get the broom. Is it in here? A rake. I guess that'll do. Are there any cleaning supplies in here? Alright, who's Skooma Stash? I hope you brought enough for the rest of the class.
Who's the blithering fool, ill-advised and uncool, with a penchant for getting in trouble? Howard! What's the word for a guy so afraid that he cries every time that he shaves down his stubble? Coward! He's useless, foolish, and empty-brained, and he constantly feels overpowered. He's an unfortunate hero, and his name is Howard the Coward!
Strasza of the Mages Guild, evoker and alchemist.
Oh, Howard, I used to ask my mom for permission to go to the bathroom.
But perhaps you are an adventurer? Could you assist me in acquiring something for my crystal collection?
Okay, so can you please tell me what it is about me that gives people that impression? Because I feel like the second I open my mouth, it should correct that notion. I don't even have an option to tell you no. I guess I'm just starting to accept it. Stockholm Syndrome.
I'm searching for some specific crystals known as Garridan's Tears. If you can locate these objects for me, I'd pay handsomely for each one.
Well, you just want me to go collect some crystals for you? Okay, I'm kind of waiting for the big twist here. Do they belong to a witch who will only depart with them if I give her my firstborn child?
Wonderful. I had a good feeling about you from the moment that I saw you.
Yeah, I find that hard to believe.
I want you to bring me as many of Garridan's tears as you can find. I will pay you a fair bounty in gold for each one. I confess, I have a weakness for crystals of a magical nature.
Me too, I'm a big fan of black tourmaline. Let me guess, your favorite is Tiger's Eye? Get it? Oh no, is that racist?
Just between you and I. The Mages Guild has nothing to do with it.
Alright, I wasn't going to involve them regardless, but with you having to make a specific mention kind of raised a suspicion.
The tears are not just a namesake. They're literally the frozen tears of a knight named Garridan Staurus.
Wait, there's a legendary knight who is known for crying? Finally, some mythology I can relate to.
I'm not certain what happened to the knight, or why the tears were frozen, but I do know someone you could ask.
No, that's okay.
Seek out Juliana Fannis at the Arcane University.
Is everybody in the Mages Guild more afraid of talking to each other than I am? I swear, every single thing any of you has asked me to do has been to talk to somebody else. I guess I'm joining the right guild if I'm the least socially awkward person in the room.
Bring my salutations to Giuliani.
You know, if I'm being honest, collecting a bunch of crystals for a guy is probably the most tame thing I've been asked to do so far. I'd be doing myself a disservice not to at least take him up on his offer, especially if he's paying me. Nobody else has been paying me. I dove into a nightmare realm for Kudai, and she couldn't even be bothered to give me some scrolls to take home to practice. And it gives me a chance to get inside the Arcane University again. Maybe if I tell them everything I've had to do for recommendations, they can just waive the rest of them. What do you mean there were corpses in the drinking well? Alright, you've seen enough, you're in.
I am humbly at your service.
Finally, someone my same height. Is that Oblivion Gate still on fire? Come on, guys, how have you not put this out yet? You could literally do it with one bucket and you live next to a giant body of water. Thank goodness it's just kind of perched there and not spreading, otherwise this entire forest would be destroyed. I wish I could be permitted to be that lazy. Oh no, a dead horse. Don't look, Winston.
Howard, I am no stranger to dead bodies.
That's not the flex that you think it is.
I'm only asking for a single coin.
I know, but that's how it always starts. You just want a few coins, then you want somewhere to live, then you want to meet my mom, and then you bang her. So are we just gonna leave Martin's body there? We could at least spruce the place up a bit. Come on, guys, it's been months. It's the Imperial City. What are our tax dollars going to, if not upkeep?
Good morning. How are you today?
Oh, sorry, was there a line? Hi, Martin. Just wanted to say that I miss you.
My name is Hagar. I don't get out much. Too many books to read.
Cool move. I'm trying to get to the door.
The feedback isn't fancy, but it fills you up.
They sure do sell food. Yep, you can buy food there.
Wow, this guy's worse at conversation than me. I guess that's why I was sent to talk to them. If I could get away with it, I'd send somebody in my place too.
Most people consider Martin's transformation a religious or political event.
Yeah, well, guess what? A pretty key figure in that event is standing right behind you waiting for his turn to talk.
What's the news from the other parts of Tamriel?
Good day.
Thrilling conversation. My turn.
What can I help you with?
Somebody cuts their own hair. You seem like somebody who's very familiar with tears, and I happen to be in the market for some, specifically some guy named Garridan's.
You aren't the first person to go looking for those. Quite a remarkable story, really. I know a bit about it.
You're gonna tell me the whole story, aren't you?
Certainly. Garridan was a knight who lorded over a small village of peaceful farmers. Appealed to Garridan to discover a sage told him of an artifact called the Everflow. When Garridan realized his quest was a failure, and he wouldn't be able to return and save the farmers, the divine Mara took pity on the poor knight. That's only rumor, though.
Wow, how magical.
You know, if you're really interested in more, there's a book I read once called Nightfall. It may have more about Garridan.
Wow, what a mystical gem hunt. It even comes with required reading.
I think I saw a copy last time I was at the first edition bookshop in the Market District.
Oh, and you just made a mental note of that? How convenient.
I wish I could tell you more about them, but that's all I remember from speaking to my colleagues here at the university.
No, you start giving me more information or I start breaking things. If you don't like it, then you shouldn't have borrowed all that money. That's the deal, Julian. I don't know what I'm talking about.
How can I assist you, champion?
I don't know, I could use some cash. Hi, Phintius. Long time no see.
I hope I can help.
Oh, don't you give me those sexy eyes. I'm looking for a book called Nightfall. Hopefully it's like the size of a pamphlet. There we go. Well, it's not cheap. In fact, that's over half my income, which I got by exposing corruption in the city guard. You'd think they could pay more. I'd hate to see what their employees live off of, if this is their bribe money. All right, thanks, Phintius.
Good day.
Whoa, Phintius, what was that about? Are we cool? You got some unresolved anger? Problems at home? You know, after swimming through corpse-infested wells, breaking and entering, finding missing students who weren't actually missing, they were just playing hide-and-seek on the second story, and spelunking in caves, sitting down to read a book to help me find some crystals is kind of relaxing, a nice change of pace. Ooh, is there anything to drink in this pitcher?
Somebody! Help! Come quickly! We've got a burglar!
No, I was just looking inside. I wasn't taking it. Oh, what? Is it because I'm an elf? You don't like me walking around your store? You think I'm just gonna start stealing things? You're a racist, good sir. I'm going to report you to the council. Not that they'd do anything about it, just, thought I'd name drop that. All right, if there are no further disturbances, I'm gonna go ahead and give this book a read. In the final month before harvest, the land of Farmental Glens
was gripped by drought. 27 starving families turned to their gentle lord, Garridan Stalrus, knight-errant of the Glens. Though his own stores were bare, he gave what little he had, asking nothing in return. Desperate to save his people from the coming winter, Garridan emptied his coffers to hire sages and purchase grain. But the drought endured, and the fields remained dry. He even spoke of selling his keep, anything to keep his people alive. Then a sage arrived with hope, a relic of legend, the Everflow Ewer, a crystal vessel said to pour endless water. Guided by the sage's directions, Garridan and I ventured deep into the wilds. We travelled for days before finding the place. At the mouth of a hidden glade stood a sealed stone door, etched with strange runes. As instructed, Garridan applied refined frost salts to the markings. The door groaned open, revealing a tranquil grove untouched by time. At its heart stood a stone altar, and upon it the ewer, shimmering with inner light, brimming with water that never waned. Garridan stepped forward and took it. The moment he did, the glade shifted. Light dimmed, the air grew sharp with cold. A powerful force stirred in the earth, and the vessel in his hands trembled with unnatural energy. Then it happened. Without warning, the ewer shattered in Garridan's grasp. A great surge of freezing water burst forth, sweeping across the glade. In an instant, he was encased in ice. Kneeling, frozen in time, his face filled with sorrow. I watched in horror as the cold spread, covering every tree, stone, and leaf in shimmering frost. I fled, barely escaping with my life. Days later, I returned home to mourn. But the villagers greeted me with joy. They said a strange, bluish rain had fallen the week before, and their fields, once dead, had bloomed overnight. That was the day Garridan fell. His tears, frozen in that sacred glade, had become rain. His sacrifice saved us all. I looked to the sky and whispered my thanks.
Boy, there sure are a lot of footnotes that he conveniently left out of this fetch quest. I guess if he provided any more context, anyone in their right mind would say no. Thank goodness I am not in any right mind whatsoever. But it sure is nice to read a story where crying actually fixes the problem. Sure wish that worked for me. I'd be a god by now. So is the moral of the story, if you don't get your way, just die in a really emotionally significant manner and maybe you'll create some new type of weather? And did the sage know that this would happen? Because if so, somebody's getting a bad review.
Stop right there, criminal scum. Nobody breaks the law on my watch.
Are you serious? I was just checking the picture. My bounty is 1 gold. Am I that high priority of a target?
Here's the procedure. We go to the castle. First we search you, confiscate any stolen goods. Then you pay your fine, and we release you.
Okay, that doesn't sound too bad. I thought it was going to be something way worse. Whoa, 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 whoa. What is happening? What do I do? Do we have, like, bells we need to ring?
This ends!
Busy day. Oh yeah, I better get back to work. No big deal. Just another day on patrol. Are you looting his corpse, you psycho? Alright, well, I have a criminal record now. I'm surprised I haven't gotten one sooner with this guild, honestly. Hey, so apparently to open this door instead of a key, I'm gonna need to have some refined frost salts. I feel like that's not a very reliable security system, but whatever, it makes my job easier. I don't suppose you just happen to have these on hand. Let me guess, I'm gonna have to go fight a dragon for them.
Yes, I have them for sale.
Ah, how refreshing. What a nice change of pace. What are you looking at? Eyes front squinty. 74 sept. Oh my, what exactly is the process of making these that you should charge this much? I guess I'll be back.
It is good to see you again.
Yeah, I wish it was under better circumstances. I'm surprised you're still in business, honestly. Anyway, how much will you give me for an authentic blade shield? Alright, here's the money. Thanks for the salts. Bye.
Another satisfied customer.
The common folk of Leowyn recognize your valor, even if Count Terentius does not.
What? He doesn't? Why? This is the first time this is being brought to my attention. What did I do? You're just spreading rumors, aren't you? You're just being mean. The Count loves me. I'm like a second son. Which Count is he again? I forgot.
May I help with any last-minute preparations?
Yeah, apparently the glade is colder than Count Terentius's heart, so do you have any jackets I can borrow?
Well, if what you learned is accurate, then you must protect yourself. Perhaps these potions will help.
Whoa! Oh my gods, thank you. What a kind gesture. Hey, you're helping me out. Here are some things that can help you out. Since I'm asking you to do an obviously dangerous task, you would be surprised, but you are probably the first person who has ever given me some provisions and preparation assistance. I love you. Okay, yeah, I know, I'm being it weird. This is why people send me to die.
It appears you're well prepared. Good luck.
Whoa, Winston with the body slam. No one ever expects when they attack a poor innocent wood elf to be jumped on by a horse. Alright, this is the place. Man, it's gonna be dark in there and I still don't have a torch. I just have this one iron arrow. I'm sure that'll be enough to delve into a dangerous glade in search of crystals. Huh, giant rats. I was expecting something a little more dramatic, I guess, but I'm totally cool if this is the worst of it. Ow. 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 Do you think that's the door I'm looking for? I don't know. That shifty-looking rock over there looks more like a magical door to me. Okay, yeah, I don't like the way that these salts feel on my hand. Well, at least I got the door open. Oh, that is so cold. Body getting weaker. Must drink the potion. Ah, that's so much better. I have expected this place to be guarded by some sort of giant ice monster. Yeah, exactly like that. I gotta learn to keep my stupid trap shut. Hey Bonk, sweetie, if you could keep him busy while I look for these tears, that would be aces. Oh, look at it, it's literally a little teardrop. That's so cute. Why do you have to be so jagged and intimidating? Couldn't you be like a cute little snowman monster instead? That would be a lot more whimsical. Oh, I'm getting so cold. My nipples are so hard they could count as weapons. I hope 5 will do it, because I am getting the hell out of here. Screw this. I'm leaving. Stop wombling towards me. Psst. Sadraza, if you're not gonna wake up, can you at least scoot over? I need a blanket.
You look like you've seen some travel.
Is it the bag under my eyes because I don't sleep well?
You found 5 of the tears? Fantastic. This turned out better than I expected.
Well, if you wanted me to get less, you should have said that. I would have been happy to. Whoa, never mind. That is a very generous finder's fee. Thank you. This is also the first time any Mages Guild associate has paid me anything. Thank you, Sidrasa. I can't believe I'm saying this, but I actually had a positive experience with a mage in the Mages Guild.
The tears look beautiful in my collection. 1,000 thanks once again.
You know, I'd love to see your collection. Oh, okay, bye.